Y'all remember the conversation that I wanted to have on my last Steelers losing video? Yeah, I think Mike Tomlin and the Steelers had that conversation. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this one hurts. This one hurts because it seems like it's not just a loss. This is an era that's coming to an end. 19 years of Mike Tomlin being a Steelers head coach, one of the best head coaches in today's game. When it comes to rallying your guys and being that leader and getting the best out of you guys. But now, Mike Tomlin stepped down, and I feel like a lot more dominoes is about to fall. So, we're gonna get into that loss, that blowout loss that we just had, and then we're gonna get into the Mike Tomlin stepping down. So, I appreciate y'all for watching. Hit that like button and that subscribe button, and then play my intro. Yo, man, what it is, what it ain't, YouTube. This your boy MJT coming at you with another video for y'all, man. Let's get it, let's go. Yeah, man, this is not too exciting video to make. Mike Tomlin stepping down. I think it was that time. I'm not gonna lie, it was that time to step down. It's been 7 straight. He lost in the playoffs in the first round 7 straight times in a blowout fashion. Nothing's changed since Ben Roethlisberger retired. Even before he retired, the last 2-3 years of Ben, because he wasn't that good them last 2 or 3 years, it has not changed. Couldn't find a quarterback. Didn't draft a quarterback when you knew Ben Roethlisberger was pretty much over the hill. Still didn't draft a quarterback. The best you can do out of all them years after Roethlisberger is that you got Aaron Rodgers. That's the best you can do. A 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers who pretty much finna retire or should retire. That's a problem. I think the Steelers fan had enough. Last week when they beat the Ravens, it was fun while it lasted, but that wasn't enough. And Mike Tomlin knew that wasn't enough. That's why I think he stepped down, because a few weeks ago when they lost to the Browns, they was chatting fire Mike Tomlin. It was looking bad. So now they won last week. Everybody was praising Mike Tomlin like, hey, he finally did it. He finally got a chance to exceed and at least win one game in the playoffs. Everybody knew the Texans, like, their offense wasn't nothing to ride home about, but their defense is number one. I ain't gonna lie. After seeing that defense last night, I see why y'all ranked number one. Cause man, that defense is nasty. DB's nasty. The defensive line is nasty. Like, everything about that defense is number one. And it's probably the best defense in a long time. And they showed it last night. For them not to create anything on offense, stay to getting 3 and outs. You know what really changed the game for the Steelers, because they was up 3-0. I feel like what really changed the game for us is when DK Metcalf dropped that pass. Easy routine pass, right on the money. And I was watching Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco podcast Nightcap, and they were saying that DK Metcalf is not a natural catcher of the football. You can tell the way he had his hands. It's like, I'm like, how do you drop something like that? And I knew watching that game live, and when he dropped that pass, I'm like, in my head, that's gonna change the game, because that was another chance of us at least getting more points on the board. Because as you can see, that whole game we couldn't get anything going on offense. And I'm not even gonna get on the defense. Even though they gave up 23 points in the fourth quarter, when you continuously be on the field all game and your offense can get nothing going. What was it, like 2 for 11 on third down? Like, how you're not going to win any games? And then the defense forced 3 turnovers. What more can you ask for? It was about that time. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Steelers fans was ready for a new era to begin, a new rebuild that needs to happen. Yeah, man, it is what it is. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised at the Steelers fans about that time. And I could tell a lot of Steelers fans is happy. I don't like being happy that somebody is stepping down or somebody got fired from their job. I mean, that's not my style. But I thought it was about that time. That's my input on the whole Mike Tomlin fiasco, man. I also wanted to react to what Colin Cowherd said on his show today about the Mike Tomlin stepping down, because he been pretty even keel when it comes to the Steelers this year. Like he was very honest. Like he liked some aspects of the team, but we're an old flawed team who's one-dimensional on offense. It's DK Metcalf or nothing. The running game was inconsistent. Then the defense was old and it was overpaid. He been very, very honest about the Steelers this year. So I want to see what he said about Mike Tomlin stepping down right quick.
And it's just being reported Mike Tomlin has officially stepped down after a historic 19-season run, according to Adam Schefter and Jeremy Fowler. The Steelers will be looking for their first coach, only their fourth coach since the late 60s. Kevin Stefanski, how sweet would that be? The Browns let him go. Two-time NFL Coach of the Year. Pittsburgh picks him up. That's where I would go. And I'll be honest with you. I'm not so sure the front office I'm in love with either. I think it's the right move. People, Mike DeFabo on our show yesterday saying he knew Tomlin wouldn't be fired, but he could see him stepping down. And I don't know how those things get negotiated behind the scenes. But, when fans are chanting, fire Mike Tomlin, it's time. I think Mike will pick up a network job. I mean, I would be shocked if he was not on the phone this morning with his agent. He'll make, I could give you the networks in order of where he's going to go. I'm not going to do that at this point, but.
Mike Tomlin is a good head coach. I can't say great because you have seven consecutive first round exits in blowout fashion. So I can't say you a great coach right now. I know you have potential to be a great coach, but you got a championship, so you can't take that away from Mike Tomlin. But I know as soon as he stepped down, that he's definitely gonna get a lot of job offers, TV, coaching, anything that he wants to do. I feel like he gonna succeed in. They say that since he stepped down, that we still own his rights. I don't know if maybe we could trade him. Maybe we could trade him to somebody like the Giants, who need a coach for like 2 first-round, 3 first-round picks. Ain't they what they did with Sean Payton? They could do the same thing with Mike Tomlin. Who knows? But like I said, Mike Tomlin is definitely gonna have a job no matter what he do, because he has a great football mind. He's opinionated. He's not afraid to speak his mind or say what he wants. So I feel like he definitely gonna find a job. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Mike, it's time. I
hate my headphones too.
Yeah, Mike, it's time. And by the way, I think it's not just Tomlin.
Arthur Smith.
I think Mike's going to take a year off, but because I don't think there's a lot of great jobs, I would not be shocked. The winner in this is the New York Giants. Now they've got Harbaugh, Stefanski, and Mike Tomlin. Suddenly it went from a lean coaching market to the best in a long time. So stop with all the coordinators. If you can hire Tomlin, Harbaugh, or Kevin Stefanski, you hire them. Like a Vrabel, like a Harbaugh, like a Sean Payton. Stop messing around. So also, Tomlin is a culture guy. He's not a scheme guy. He's very much like Harbaugh and Vrabel. And so my take is what the Giants need. I mean, they could hire Stefanski. I think it'd be a good coach. The Giants need a culture guy. They're a mess. Well, that's what John Harbaugh is. That's what Mike Tomlin is. In fact, I'm just thinking in the recesses of my mind, did Tomlin say, listen, I saw Jackson Dart play. Harbaugh thinks he's got that job. I'm going to go steal that New York Giant job from John Harbaugh. These guys are all alphas, all competitive. But I think it's time. I think Pittsburgh needs a reset as an organization. It's easy to just blame Mike Tomlin, but the GM stepped down and they brought somebody that had been in-house a long time. I think they need a young, high-risk, high-reward GM. I think they need to go get an offensive coach. If I was the Steelers, I would offer the job today to Kevin Stefanski. That's what I would do. Go get an offensive coach. And if I was Kevin Stefanski, I'd call Aaron and say, thank you so much. I'm going to go find my next guy. I think a lot of these coaches, Aaron Glenn didn't, I don't think they want to inherit, they don't want to inherit Aaron Rodgers at 42.
Yeah, man. Aaron Rodgers at 42 years old, you can't really say too much that he did bad. He did the best he can in what situation that he was in. He only pretty much had one wide receiver that was pretty good. I don't know if DK Metcalf is even number one wide receiver, but he did the best he can. And plus, what really made Aaron Rodgers special, he cannot do anymore. He cannot run. He cannot escape pressure. As you can see, he was trying his best to escape pressure yesterday, and he just couldn't do it. He can't run no more. When he went down with that Achilles injury, I feel like the runner days was over. It was already pretty much over, but after that, it was a wrap. Yeah, I feel like even though he had a pretty good season at a 42-year-old quarterback, I feel like it's time for another to find your young guy. See what Will, the quarterback that we drafted this year, Will Hardy, or that's not his name, is it? The quarterback that y'all drafted last year. I feel like I seen John Gruden had a big compliment on him coming out of college. I feel like you should see what he can do. Yeah, or draft another quarterback, man. But Aaron Rodgers, it's time to turn that page, man. It's about that time. Go somebody that's already got talent, and you would just be the icing on the cake. Other than that, probably need to retire. Definitely.
So, NFL head coaching vacancies are now up to 9, including 3 of the 4 teams in the AFC North. So the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, Giants, Titans, Falcons, Cardinals, Raiders, Dolphins have openings. Ravens is the best job. They have Lamar. Good roster. I don't know if there's a clear 2. Steelers, Giants have some things I like about both. Again, when I said a couple years ago I'd move TJ Watt and get more picks, that was outrageous. TJ's 0 for 5 in the playoffs. How outrageous is it? Yeah, there's a bunch of bad jobs, and then there's the Ravens job. I think you'd probably say Giants, Steelers. I like some stuff on the offensive side, plus Abdul Carter for the Giants. And I like the Steelers have a Packers feel like, there's not a lot of chaos in the building, but I think they got to take some swings upstairs and on the sidelines. It's the hurt.
Yeah, man. That's his opinion. Comment down below what y'all think about him stepping down, and was it well needed? Who should be our next coach? Kevin Stefanski is an interesting hire. He really didn't do too well with quarterbacks, even though he was coach of the year a couple times. Like he had Baker Mayfield. I don't know what happened to my boy from Houston that came over, signed that fat contract. He was trash. Yeah, he ain't really had too many good quarterbacks. So if Kevin Stefanski, who they want to pick up, I'll take a flyer on him, or hire some of these young guys who got them great offensive minds, like he said. Man, we finna see what they do, man. That's my opinion on the matter. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below stuff that you want me to react to or talk about, and turn on post notifications to be alerted when I post new videos. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Let me see y'all next time.